We stopped last time. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yes, I think this is where we stopped last time in Akhwatha. Can Akhwatha? Oh, we did do it in Akhwatha. All right. So let's just go to the rule here. Maybe do these. Actually, these are some. I think we did. Okay, so last time I think we did 1, 2, 3. We probably did lakin. Maybe if you wouldn't mind, if you could continue, inshallah, please, and then read number 7 and 9. This one, and then do the translation of them. You don't have to do the grammar, just this translation.
Okay. So number 7.
Yes, please.
Number 7 says الأثاث قديم. الأثاث قديم. And that means the furniture is old.
Correct.
And then number 9 is.
Well, it goes. It's like it's kind of weird when
okay, like that way. Oh, okay. البيت جديد لكن الأثاث قديم. الأثاث قديم.
Yes. Very good.
And that means the house is new, however, but
Yes.
the furniture is old.
Yeah. And there's like a hidden. I think we did talk about this last time. There's like a little hidden aleph right here.
Yes, you talked about that.
Yes. Yeah, it's lakinna. Anyways, go ahead.
So it's pronounced lakinna, not lakinna.
Yeah, lakinna. Yeah.
Okay.
Written.
I just thought you said it was written like that without it. Oh, but it's pronounced.
It's with the. It could be written like how it is up here above, but some of the alephs are not. Aleph has some, for whatever reasons, there's stuff going on. I don't know why. There may be some logic behind it, but anyways, some weird stuff happens with that. All right, since we got Kulthum, and I think Omar, I don't know if both of y'all joined or just Kulthum, but Kulthum, if you wouldn't mind doing number 9 down here, just reading it, and then maybe Inshira can help you translate it if you need any help. This one right here.
Okay. الفاكهة نضيجة. And translating like the meaning?
Yeah, so that's the fruit is, or go ahead, Inshira, you want to?
I honestly don't know what this means.
The fruit is fresh. Or maybe nadij is like ripe. Let me just look it up real quick. I think it's ripe. I don't know. Yeah.
Fruit is alfa. What is this word?
Al-fakiha.
Oh, it's one word. Al-fakiha. That means that. Is that the apple?
No, that's tufa. Fakiha is just general. It's just fruit, a fruit.
Okay. Oh. Sorry, it looked like 2 words, 2 separate words. State.
Yeah, so it's ripe. Nadija. All right, please continue. Nadijatun is ripe. And then Kulsum, go ahead. This is the rest of the Kulsum.
Okay. ليت الفاكهة نسبي نتيجة
Yes. Let me pull this up.
This means if only the fruit was ripe, or if only the.
Yeah, exactly. If only the fruit were ripe. All right.
This would be considered like the present tense
Um,
or past tense.
mm,
Or there's no really verb in this
yeah,
one. This one is it's mushabbah.
yeah, it's kind of like the meaning. I don't know how you'd say tenses and stuff on it, but it's like they don't really discuss it. Really, what's happening was we're translating it, but the meaning is kind of like whoa, this fruit is ripe or fresh. It's like however you would express it in English, and the way that we pretty much do that is we say that like that's what we say, right? Is we say like you know, whatever you said. What did you say, Inshra? That was a good way to translate it.
I said if only
Yeah,
the
if only
fruit were fresh.
Yeah. It's kind of like I wish this fruit were fresh, or however you want to say it, you want to translate it. But this leta is like kind of like it would have been better if this were something else.
Okay.
All right. And then this next one is also leta. Okay, this is a good one because these are is Omar on the line with you, Kulthum, or is this just you? You probably got back home late last night. Slept at midnight or 1 a.m.
He's just listening for today.
I'm just joking. All right, let's go ahead with number 11. Maybe intro.
Okay. So sorry, can we get a recap of like what it is we're doing with these ones? We're just translating them.
We're just translating, and then maybe you can also tell us like what do you think is what's relevant here? Look at number 11. Why don't Inshra, you read it, and then Kulthum, you tell us what's relevant. What do you think the point is? But Inshra, you could read it and translate
Okay.
it. Then Kulthum, you tell us what's happened here. You can do the grammar on it.
Okay. So number 11. الكتاب رخيص. And then that means the book is cheap,
Correct.
like cheaply priced.
Yes.
And then the second sentence is لعل الكتاب رخيص. And I don't know what لعل means. It means let me see. Oh, it means okay, so your translation says perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps the book is cheap.
Yeah.
In order, the book is cheap. I don't know. I don't know what this word, how to use it. لعل.
It's kind of like that's the It's kind of like, that's what it is. It's kind of like perhaps, I don't know what did they mean here, but it's like perhaps the book is cheap.
Mm.
Let's do, so now, boom, if you want to do the grammar on it, on both parts of 11. الكتاب رخيص.
So the first word, al-kitabu, becomes al-kitaba. So it would be ism mansub, or would be an ism la'alla mansub, because that's what's changing it.
Go ahead, say that again. So al-kitab is what?
Al-kitaba is an ism la'alla mansub.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, you're doing this part over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were doing the one on the right.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. All right, continue. All right, yes. So it's some yes. So that's what this exercise is doing, right? It's just showing this. That's all this is.
Yeah, so that's what's changing from that.
Yeah, that's all they're doing with all that. So let's go and look to the rule here, and then we can jump into the exercise. All right, al-qaida, the rule. Inna, anna, كأن, lakinna, laita, la'alla, tadkhulu. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ahruf. تدخل على المبتدا. They enter upon a mubtada wal khabar. So when we go back up here, that's what they're trying to show on the thing, is that you have a mubtada and khabar, and then you just put a laita or la'alla or any of those 6 things that are mentioned there, and there's more, I believe, that they have not been identified here. And these things, they enter upon a mubtada and khabar. فَتَنْسِبُ, and then they make فَتَنْسِبُ الْمُبْتَدَى, they make the mubtada in the nasab state. وَيُسَمَّى اسمها, and it's called, then the mubtada is called ismuha, it's called its ism. So for example, you have kitabun rakhisun, al-kitabu rakhisun, and then when we put inna or la'alla or whatever before it, then it becomes that same mubtada, al-kitab, becomes ism, inna or la'alla or whatever. وَتَرْفَعُ الْخَبَرُ, and then the al-khabara, excuse me, and then it makes the khabar in the rafa state, and it's called its khabar. So let's do this exercise. بين كل اسم وخبر لإن وأخواتها في العبارات الآتية. So just all you have to do is identify the ism and the khabar in the following sentences. You say that what's the ism, the khabar. That's all you got to do. Just say. So I'll do the first one, then let's just kind of go through rapid fire on this thing. So here, at-tufaha is ism la'alla, kathirun is khabar la'alla. Ism and khabar. This is the ism la'alla, this is the khabar la'alla. So this is, I don't think this is too tough. There might be something tricky in there. And then maybe Farida, if you wouldn't mind, let's just go to you, and then we'll go Farida, and then Inshara, Kulthum, and then if Omar, I don't know if Omar's in or not, but if not,
I can join in.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, so let's do this. Let's do Farida, Omar, Insha, Kulthum.
Assalamu alaikum.
But
Okay. ليت البليد مجتهد. So al-balida would be ism later, and mujtahidun is khabar later.
and al-balid. So the balid. So this is interesting. That's correct. I'm looking at something here, which
Oh, so it's marfu.
so the balid in contemporary Arabic, it means like blade. I think historically it meant like slow-witted. So woe or if only, is that how you did it? Yeah. If only the slow-witted person were mujtahid. And mujtahid is like hardworking, studious, etc.
Oh.
Diligent. Yeah. All right. So let's go to the next one. The next one's Omar. لعل التاجر رابح. You just have to identify the ism in the khabar.
Okay. At-tajira is the ism la'alla, and then the rabahun, or rabihun. What is it, the last word? Because I can't see the tashkil on it.
Yeah, rabihun, you're right.
Rabahun is the khabar la'alla.
Yeah, very good. So this is like perhaps the business person or the businessman, entrepreneur is successful. إن النظافة واجبة. That's for inshallah.
Okay. The ism is النظافة.
Yes.
النظافة. And that's the ism inna, and khabar inna is wajibatun.
واجبة. It's
Wajibatun. Yes, wajibatun. Yes.
Yeah, and then so that is like kind of like cleanliness
Cleanliness is a duty.
yeah, a duty. All right. وجدت أن الأقرب ميتة. I found the scorpion dead. This one is Kulthum. All you have to do is identify the ism in the khabar.
The ism is al or
Aqrab.
Akrab.
Yeah.
That's the ism, and Maitatu is the khabar.
All right, cool. All right, very good. أدخلنا على كل جملة من الجمل الآتية واشكل آخر كل كلمة فيها. So here you just put inna before each one of these sentences and change them. So now we're back to, all right, so this one will be Farida, Omar, Inshira. Okay. Cool. So if you guys want to do these, just put inna before and then we'll take it from there. Go ahead, Farida. Number one, please.
So this one is, it says, the translate says, the stars are bright, the first one.
Yeah.
An-nujum lamia, lamia. So, okay, so inna nujuma
Yes.
lami'atun.
Very good. Very good. All right, Omar, number 2.
Okay. Which one do you want me to add, or can I just add in?
Just add inna to all of them. All of these we're adding inna. You could add a different one if you want to.
No. Innal hiza'a
Yes.
dayyaqun.
Very good. Indeed, the shoes are, or the shoe
Tight.
is tight. Yeah, tight. All right, and then number 3, that's Inshara.
إن السيارة
Yes.
سريعة.
Yes, very good.
Indeed, the car is fast.
So this is actually, yes, that's correct. So what we're doing right is we're putting inna here, and then all these dhammas are just changing to fathas, right? Like everybody's kind of, you're all nailing it right on the head. And if you recall in the khutbah, Omar in particular, or any of you that attend the khutbahs, commonly a lot of the people, they'll say inna, they'll start the khutbah with inna alhamdulillah. It's inna alhamdulillah. Inna alhamdulillahi. And then that's sakru natubu ilayhi. I don't inna alhamdulillah. Anyways, whatever it is, it's inna alhamdulillah. You'll see a lot of people. This happens like very commonly, whether they're Arab or not. But typically, if they don't know the grammar, they haven't read it a lot, they'll say inna alhamdulillah, because in the beginning of Surah Al-Fatiha we say Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, alhamdulillah, right? But when we put inna before, it becomes inna alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, inna alhamdulillah. Once we put the inna in there, we add this fatha. So just something that maybe you guys have noticed in the khutab. All right, here we go. Al-ba'udu kathirun.
So be al-ba'uda
Yeah.
kafiru
Yes.
or kafirun.
Very good. That's the flies are many. And then I guess we can just continue going on here, and this will be for Farida and Inshara. You guys are doing well on this exercise, and it's going pretty quickly.
Okay. Ashad, shita'u muqbila. Is it muqbila something? What's the tashkil, I guess. But inna shita'a muqbilun.
Yeah.
Indeed, the winter is coming.
Yeah. And then this bald, I'm sorry, I said fly, but it's like a mosquito or a gnat.
Mosquitoes.
That's
Yeah.
a word. Yeah, that's a word in the Quran. All right. Surah Baqarah. All right. And then number 6 is Inshara. Al-ma'u kadir.
Okay. إن الماء كدر. I don't know how to end that one. Kidron, or yeah,
Yeah.
Kidron. And this, I don't know what Kidron means, but no, it's indeed the water. I don't know what Kidron means.
It's turbid. Apparently turbid, probably like a murky or something.
Murky?
Maybe turbid. The translate says turbid.
I don't know what that means either. Even in English, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I know. That's
Very strange. Let me see what I can find here. You just popped in Google, right? All right. So together, yeah, I guess muddy, gloomy. All right. Actually, I think that. Anyways, all right. So then we ended that one Ishraq. So next is going to be wait, do we skip something? Yeah, I think number 6 was supposed to be Omar. All right. So anyways, the next one will be Omar. All right. So this one you were doing Laita. This one we're doing Laadla. Maybe if you guys want for homework, we'll do number 5. And number 5, you have to pick an appropriate inna or akhawatuha for these sentences. So yusiruni something and natijata hasanatun. You know, al-wadidu mu'addaban, al-waladu qabih. All right. But let's just go to the next rule here. This one will go. All right. General ism. So here, maybe Omar, if you would please, if you could, just read this and then kind of walk us through everything that's over there with the translation, please.
Okay. Jar al-ism. And then, oh, with the translation?
Yeah.
Okay. Nathala is, I don't know. Al-mataru, I also don't know.
Well, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Oh, it's Jarul-ism is the, well, I know how to identify it, but I don't know how to define it, I guess. It's weird. But it's the subject that is of the jar state, I guess.
Yeah, the noun. This is actually putting, making or jar state of the ism. That's what you maybe say. And then what does al-amthila mean?
Well, which words are? Oh, I don't know actually.
Al-amthila. What do you guys think?
Examples.
Yes, very good. All right, and then you can do this one too.
Okay.
And then y'all just help Omar if he gets stuck on like
the mina is the harf jar, and then
yes.
sama'i is the ism jar.
It's a majrur. Very good.
Ism majrur, yes.
Yes, yes.
So
And then
would we say ism jar majrur, or we just say ism?
It's a majrur.
Okay.
Very good. All right, and then what does this mean, you guys? What do you think?
That means descended the rain. Men from a sama, the sky, or the rain descended. The rain came down. Nazala means came down or descended.
Yep.
And mataru, the rain.
Yep. All right. Very good. And then this one, this can be kufum. Sa jeshu il maidan.
So the illa or illay, is that what that word says? The third one.
Yeah, the third one. If you want, you can just tell us kind of the jar or majrur.
Yeah, so that's the jar, and then al maidani is the ism majrur.
Very good. Ila is a harf jar. Al maidani is a majrur. And this means Sa'al Jaishu ila al-Maidan. What do you guys think? You collectively.
Like the meaning of the sentence?
Yeah.
The army is headed to the field, apparently.
Yeah. Very good. Maidan, I guess, yeah, the field or the square. So
What is
yeah,
sa'a exactly? Like, is that
Sa-
advanced or
Sa is like yeah,
walking?
like they went to it's like to purposely go towards something. It's not like, so if you just said walking, for example, or moving, that's not very, it's a little bit ambiguous. It's more general. Sa is like they kind of purposely went to this thing, like
Okay.
seeking it.
Okay.
And that is a word in the Quran. I don't know, Jaish, I don't think this is the Quran. Jund is in the Quran. But anyways, and then Sa is in the Quran. Sa is kind of almost like, it's also translated as seek. Like seeking, or, so it's like intentful. All right, number 5, now we are on Farida. This one right here, Farida. Yandilu Jundiyu Anil Hisan. You can just tell us the jar and ism majrur, the harf jar and ism majrur if you want.
Okay. ينزل الجندي عن الحصان. So it says the soldier gets off the horse. So ani that's the harf jar.
Correct.
And al-hisani, the horse. That is ism majrur.
Yes. And then number 7, this can be Inshira. And then this one will do Omar. Oops.
Okay. So this sentence says yatfu, yatfu. I don't know how to say that word. Yatfu.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Okay. يطفو الخشب على الماء. And I don't know, does this mean that the wood turned off on the water?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Is it like it's like is the wood have fire on it and then it got turned off by water or something?
It says the wood floats on water.
Oh, maybe yatfu means floats?
You know more Arabic than me.
I thought it meant turns off, like I maybe it means also float. And so the harf jar in this sentence is ada, and the oh, hold on, the jar, yeah, harf jar is ada, and the what is it, ism? The ism jar? What did you guys call it before? The
it's a majrur.
oh, ism majrur. Ism majrur is al-ma.
Yep, very good. And then Omar, if you want to do number 9.
9. Okay. Yanbahu al kalbu fil bustani. So fi is the harf jar, and then al bustani is the ism majrur.
Yep, very good.
What is the translation for the?
Yanbahu is like barking the dog barking in the field.
Okay, that makes so the first word yanbahu is for barking, and it's conjugated as present tense for he, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, that makes
So this is because I had to look this up myself. This is the atfa. So this is atfa, which is to extinguish, and then it would be like this yutfi'u. It would be yutfi'u, and that other word we were looking at was yatfu. Oops. Yatfu. So yatfu versus yutfi'u. Yutfi'u is to extinguish, yatfu is to float. That was the other one about the khashad. All right, and then this one.
Just a second. If you scroll up to, yeah, that's the 9th one, I think. Could you tell me what the Arab is for the first two? So that is film, just to revise ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
So barks, that would be film mudari, majzoom. What would be the category of that?
What do you guys think?
Yep. Yeah.
The question is, what is the Arab or the grammatical analysis of this word? Homer, Kuthum, Inshira. And what do you say that is for you, though?
Because it's bark, right? Barks. So
It's
I would
bark.
say that
It's
bark,
bark.
right? Yeah. So that's film mudari,
Yes.
but okay.
What is that? Isn't it فعل مضارع مرفوع?
Marfu,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes.
Is it
And
Adam?
then
Is there something else?
nope.
And then
Add?
al-kalbu,
Yeah.
What's a kelb? A kelbu.
dog, right?
Yes. What would it be grammatically?
Yeah. Al
What do you guys think? What would it be grammatically?
It'll be like a فاعل
Yep.
مرفوع اسم
Oh,
I don't know.
ism.
Yep. Hadis marfu. All right. And then this.
Ism marfu. Okay. Thank you for that.
No, you're good. Good question. All right. And then this one, after Farida, it's Omar, right? Yeah, Omar. This one. Did we skip? Wait. Because Omar did. Ishar did this one. Yanzil Jundiyu Anil Hisan. That was Farida. And then Saad Jaishu Ila Maidan. Okay, I think we skipped Omar and Bufum, right? Like you guys got skipped. So why don't you guys do this one? Omar, you do this one. No, we didn't skip Omar. Let's just, yeah. Anyways, Omar, you do this one, and then Bufum this one, and then we'll.
Okay. Let's see. دخل المجرم في السجن. So fi is the harf jar. السجن is
Sijni.
the sajni, yeah.
Sij.
Is
If the shabda has it on top, it's sa.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no problem.
As-sijn is the
Yeah.
ism majrur.
Very good, very good. The prisoner has entered the jail. All right. Ashadtul al-fakihata bis-sikin. I peeled the fruit with a knife, with the knife. That's kufum. Just tell us we're looking for the harf jar and all that stuff.
The harf jar in the sentence. Is it B?
Yes, the ba. Yep.
And then Laskini is the ism majrur.
Yeah, as-sakin. This is as-sakin, and it's just ba as-sakin. Yeah, bis-sakini. And then for all of these, right, the harf jar in all the examples we've covered, although it'll be different in other words, everything in this book so far that we've covered, it's basically going to result in what happened to the ism majrur. What happens to the ism majrur in all these? Sijni, sakini, bis-suyufi, bis-sabiti.
You get the kasra.
Yep, exactly. And so let's look at something.
What would it be before that? So if there was no fee, harf.
If there's no fee, then the default that we write it as, it can be anything, but typically what people do is they write in the default, they put they'll do they'll do a dhamma. So if you look at the dictionary or anything, it's always a dhamma. So let's look real quick. Sorry, so here's Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we can look here. This is Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, right? So this is Bism. So that here they're breaking it down for us right here. So now if you go to Quran corpus on anything in the Quran, and especially if it's simple, kind of the simpler grammar, the stuff that we got from what we've covered so far, this red right here, it's red, and this is red, and it's P for preposition. Let me do this. This is red. This is red. It's P for preposition. And if you look here, well, let's just, yeah. So this is what we're explaining to in English. And then we'll do this guy blue. And then the ism is the noun. And then here we can see it's blue. So it's all color coordinated. They did a very good job on this website. This is a very good tool. And then if we look at the grammar here, they're telling us the grammar and ought to be. They don't give us everything broken down on this page, but here they're saying jar wa majrur, which is harf jar wa ism majrur. That's really what it's all about, but they're just kind of giving us like a summary because they're not putting too much wording here. Now, when I click on Bismillahirrahmanirrahim or Bism, I can go to the bottom here and then I go here. You have to jump a little bit, but you have to go to the dependency graph, and here it'll do the whole thing to us. So now we can kind of see what's happening. We have ba, which is ism majrur. Here they didn't say ism majrur either. They just said majrur. They didn't say harf jar, excuse me. But it's supposed to be harf jar. This is harf jar. And then this is the ism majrur. And it's, what they're showing with this arrow is that this ba, I don't know why the arrows are going the other way. I would have made it the other way. But basically this guy right here, he's dependent upon this ba, and that ba, which made it majrur. And then these other things, mulaf ilayh and sifa. Sifa is another way. We've covered not. We'll talk about later. This also could be bada. There's difference of opinion on what this is grammatically. And then they have this hidden thing right here. This hidden thing in gray right here is what they typically say. This is abda'u or nabda'u. I begin, or we begin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin in the name of Allah. So, and then let's look at another verse here real quick. Because we did inna and stuff like that. So, okay, let's just do it. Sure, that we go. No. No. Okay, here we go. Gather. This one I have it. That's not the way that you guys are. We'll cover that yet, but we haven't done that. Okay, here we go. There we go. This will have it. This is what I wrote. Yeah. So here, if we look here, so we have wal asri inna insana. So if you look here in terms of inna and akhwataha, why don't one of you tell us something about what's happening here in terms of inna? Make a comment on what we see here in terms of inna and akhwatiha. What's maybe something relevant in this particular verse? Wal asri inna insana lafi khusr. What do you think?
So al-insana is the ism inna.
Yes. Which resulted in what happening?
It made it have a fatha at the end of insana
Yes.
instead of
Yep.
insanu.
Exactly. Wal asri inna insana.
What would we call, like, how we call prepositions harf jar? But what do we call like words like inna? Because according to your graph, you say harf mushabbah bil. I can't see that. harf mushabbah bil
Feel.
بالفعل. Yeah. Is there like a short word for us to say, like
In
harf
English?
something?
It
Or no,
says
in Arabic. Like,
Oh,
is there?
in Arabic, they're calling it
Yeah.
harf nasab.
Oh, harf nasab. That's what
Yeah.
we do. That's what inna or. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing it the long way right now, but yeah, ultimately, especially by book 2, you don't have to say harf jar and ism majrur. You can say jar or majrur or harf nasab, like whatever's quick and kick it out. But right now, let's just. I'm saying harf because I want you to, hey, let's get in our brains eternally that this is a harf. But and then in English, it looks like they're calling it the accusative particle, inna. Is the accusative particle. In Arabic, we would call it harf nasab or harf mushabbah bil fi'l. And so what we see here is we can scroll down here and it'll show us kind of the breakdown with little summaries at the bottom with the green. So over here, it's this is jar wa majrur wal asri. This is jar wa majrur not because of harf jar. This is wa. This is for an oath. Oh, it says it right here. Yeah. So this is by the time. So this wa is not and. This is a different one. But it has the same ramification that the wa is doing the jar action and the asr is becoming majrur. It's getting the kasra as a result of that. And so we can look at this thing on any verse and it'll break us down exactly what's happening in there. And this dependency graph is a good summary of what's happening. So in terms of how the words are connected, and this book which is 3 volumes, which are covering Nahu and Nahu Wadih, it's all about the main focus. Almost all of it is to understand what these endings will be on any word. What is it going to be? The endings. Like the tashkil on it, because the word is Farida was saying over there, she was like, what would, I forget what it was. It was like fil, whatever it was, right? Like fil, what was it in that book that we're looking at? It was like fee something, right?
Yeah, what would be the tashkil if there is no fee?
Yeah. So her question was, what would be the tashkil for this if there was no fee? Right? And so they, in the dictionaries, they all put a dhamma on there by default. They're like, hey, we'll just make a dhamma default. But there's how many possibilities for this? How many possibilities are there for this word right here? So here they have one possibility, which is the kasra. What else can we do for that word? If this wasn't here, what are the different possibilities? What are the possible outcomes?
Dhammatain, like 2 dhammas.
It could have a dhamma, saying it could have a single dhamma, it could have a double kasra. So if we just made a line right here, and then that's just some letter, right? It could be a dhamma, it could be 2 dhammas, which is how they write it. It could be a fatah, it could be 2 fatahs, it could be a kasra, it could be 2 kasras. And then we're also missing one other one. What else can it be? It could be a sukun, right? These are the possible outcomes. These are all the possible outcomes on a particular given word. But for example, like this is not applicable. You don't do sukun for like isms. You'd only do that for asma. You'd only do that for like a fa'al. And so these are all the possible outcomes we're looking at on any particular word. But certain words, if we know, for example, it's a harf, we know if it's an ism, or if we know it's a fa'al, like certain things are already eliminated. So a fa'al, for example, for a fa'al, if it's a verb, then these are out. Oops. Oh man, things got messed up. I'll write it all again. Just let me do that. So if it's a fa'al, I can't grow that up. Then it can be a fatha, dhamma, kasra, dhamma, or sukun, right? But if it's an ism, then it can be a fatha, kasra, or dhamma. Also, we could have doubles of those same things. So it could be like 2 fathas, 2 kasras, or 2 dhammas. These things right here are if it doesn't have an L in front of it. These ones are if it has L. Or if it's a proper, so if it's L, right? This is the general kind of how it works. And so what we're doing with this book and these 3 books is we're trying to know, or we should be able to remove all these things. We should be able to remove all this. Should be able to remove this so that I don't even write it down, and you should just be able to say it. Or if you hear somebody, you should be like, no, that's not right. You shouldn't have said that. Just like I said, like if the person's giving when they're speaking, they'll say inna alhamdulillah, and I'm like, no, it's inna alhamdulillah, because I know that hamd should end with the fatha. And similarly, by the end of these books, we should start just piecing them together, and so that if we read through it, also we obviously have to build a vocabulary. But if we're going through the Quran, if you hear somebody, or it'll change the meaning too. Like you'll know, like, okay, this is this because this one has a fatha, because this is the object and this is what's happening. Like it's not going to be the other way around. So for example, ekala. So if I had like ekala, if I said ekala or yakulu al-waladu tufaha, right? The waladu, the boy eats a fruit, the fruit. the boy has to be the subject, which means it's going to be a dhamma. So like if it's like this, al-waladu. Let me do this. This is not a good way to do it. We'll kind of end on this thing. Got like 2 keywords. All right, so waladu. Akala, which is like he ate. Al-waladu. Fakiha. Fakiha. So here, right, if this has to be, just using my logic, right, this has to be al-waladu and fakihatan. Yes. I did a bad job. I don't want to do that. So there should be double. It can't be. So this is right. Just using logic. This is. What did that do? It can't be this, for example. So here, the top one is the boy ate, and this should be fakihatan. But if I didn't have the tashkil, or wait, let me do this actually. Yeah, this is. All right. Yeah, this is what I want to do. All right, here we go. Yeah, this is. So here, so here I have like no tashkil on this top one at all, right? I don't have bifatada makasas. And then what's happening in sentence 2 and 3? You guys tell me what's happened in 2 and 3. They're all the same sentence, but what's happening in the meaning in number 2 and 3? So akila means to eat. This is the boy. This is a fruit. What's the meaning in number 2 and what's the meaning in number 3?
So does this like imply that something's been added to the sentence? Like,
Well, just translate sentence number 2 and 3. Anybody, you
I
can
mean, aren't
translate
they
it.
all the same? Aren't they all the same thing? Except you just change the ending.
Yeah. So what's the difference in meaning then?
I don't know.
Translate number 2 and translate number 3.
Okay, number 2, أكل الولد الفاكهة.
It should be fakihatan, but yeah. What does that mean? It should be fakihatan. I couldn't write it in there. I don't know why it didn't let me do that thing. Yeah.
The boy ate the fruit.
Yes. What's number 3 mean?
the boy ate the fruit.
No.
No?
Number. What do you guys? I changed it to skill. And I changed.
The boy ate the fruits.
No. So what happened here is this. We didn't cover this yet before. And in Arabic, I can swap the words sometimes. So this right here, when I said akala walada fakihatun, now this. All right. This now becomes the subject. because this one's got the dhamma on it. I changed the order. The order has changed and the meaning has changed. So here it's a fruit ate the boy. That's how we would translate in English. The order has changed. Like I'm sorry. Typically we've done is like this is the object, right? Here now I made this the subject and this the object, and this is allowed not to be. And what I'm getting at in all that, this is something we haven't covered before, but what we did cover is that once I change this, this dhamma is following the subject in everything that we've covered so far. So now this is the subject. Here, this is the subject because those are both the dhammas. Let me change the color here.
So the subject is the fa'al and it has dhamma, and then the object is that the maf'ul bihi, and that has a fatha?
Yes, which is what we've done in everything in all our assignments, right? All the things that you guys have written, all the assignments so far, the object is the maf'ul bihi, just like you had said there, Kusum, is going to have the fatha. So if somebody is reading or speaking, right, or if you're reading or you find a mistype while you're reading the news or you're reading something out of it, you're like, no, this doesn't make sense because a fruit is not going to eat the boy. That's what you're going to say, like, no. What was meant there was, and this happens even when I speak. I might speak and I say something or you say something, and then I'll have misspoken, and then you'll be like, oh, this is what he meant. Maybe I'll say, like, for example, like, the ball dropped Zaid. I wouldn't say that. Maybe I would. I don't know. The ball dropped Zaid, or the ball kicked Zaid, and I'll be like, no. And then you guys will know that what I meant was Zaid kicked the ball. I just, that's a grammatical mistake I made. It's like I transposed the words, and then that resulted, but you know what I meant. And that's what's happening here. So, like, in this particular stuff, in this particular example, I would know that whoever wrote this thing was wrong. Unless maybe it was a sci-fi thing. Maybe it's a sci-fi movie, and in the sci-fi movie or whatever story I'm reading, the fruit is eating a boy. But in general, if somebody said a fruit ate the boy, then you'd be like, no, what they meant was this. They got the tashkil wrong. They meant this one, and they accidentally said this other one. They accidentally typed this or said this other thing, but they meant the top one. Because every one of those endings has a reason. There's a reason behind all of it. And that's what these 3 books are about. These 3 books are about all those endings, so that when we're reading the Quran or anything, there's a logic for every one of these. Everything is deliberate here. This is deliberate, this is deliberate, this is deliberate, this is deliberate. It's all purposeful and intentful. There's no randomness on any of it, anywhere in the Quran or in the language in general. So that's what we're covering in these 3 books. And then the last book we'll cover is the construction of a word. Like how to construct a word. Like, we take the word like for example, like dhahaba. You have the word dhahaba, then you can have bihab, dhahib, madhab, yadhab, and then you can construct about 50 words from that dhahaba. You can do all these madhub and yadhaba, yadhabu, and all those other variations, the verbs and everything, all those things. Idhab, idhabi. So if you take just dhahaba, a person, they should be able to take those 3 letters and come up with about maybe 30 to 50 words. Just from those 3. That's called sarf, or morphology, and this is nahu. But, all right, so next time we'll continue then with, we'll continue with this qaida. This will be quick, and then I think we're wrapping up this book, and I think next week we'll probably start book 2. Well, let's see, there's not anything after not. We'll do, all right, so next week we'll finish up not and maybe start book number 2. And then once we get to book number 2, we'll we'll see how it goes. If we got to come back to book number 1, we will. But book number 2 is going to build on everything on book number 1, and it just keeps on building for the most part. In general, this is how it'll go. The whole thing is building upon one thing after another. All right, everybody. Unless anybody else, anything else, we'll sync them next week, inshallah.
Thank you.
So,
All right, thanks.
Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah
All right,
khair.
awesome.